Feel the love because you know why you're here. You're here for a student showcase. And so, how are we doing? Yes! That's what I'm talking about. My name is Annie. I'm the educational director here at LBC. Tonight, you are going to see the Stand-Up 101 Student Showcase. For the last 6 weeks, these students have been learning the art of how to write jokes, how to perform stand-up, mic work, all of that stuff. They put together a 5-minute set, what we call in the biz a type 5, and they're going to be performing that for you tonight. Now, I've already heard them say things like, what the fuck are we doing and why did we sign up for this? So, the thing that I always like to remind the people who are here to see the students is that this is a super scary thing that they are doing tonight. It's fucking terrifying to write something and then say it to you, their friends and family. You're not fucking strangers. They're people that you guys are people they have to look at later in life. So tonight, for whatever happens up here, be warm, be accepting, laugh a lot, clap a lot, and be the cheerleaders that they need you guys to be so they can feel that energy. Is that a deal? Yeah. Okay, I love it. A couple of things. One, we do have an open bar back there. So you guys, we've got Sierra and Emily. They'll be moving throughout the crowd if you want another drink, or feel free to get on up and grab something. We have some really awesome specials this month. Bathrooms are back through the store. There's ladies up front, to all genders in the back. Feel free to get up whenever you want. Besides that, we have classes and shows happening 5 nights a week. So if this is like, oh my God, maybe I want to do this, you totally can. Check out lastfestcomedy.com to see what other things we have coming up, which is a lot. This weekend we have Luke Knoll coming to the stage, and he is a former SNL cast member. Maybe you don't remember him because he got fired, but he's a really funny guy, and he's doing stand-up this Friday night. So we hope maybe you guys can show up for that. Lastly, please turn off your cell phones. Let's give everybody a warm and wonderful welcome. And let's give it up for the teacher of the Stand Up 101 classes, Rochelle Parrish. She's playing her own walk-on music. You gotta do it like this. What's happening? You're an iPad. It's like I'm holding a CD player sideways. I'm skipping.
Stupid. It knows I'm a millennial, so it's skipping the track. How you guys doing tonight? Yeah. Who has ever thought maybe you, as an I for you, could do a stand-up comedy class? Nobody? Nobody ever thought they could maybe get up and do open mic? An open mic? Not even if you were really, really drunk? Oh, one guy's like, oh, I'm drunk, yeah, I'll fucking do anything. Well, who would karaoke if they were drunk? Isn't that crazy? Because I think doing comedy is much easier because you sit down and write and you put work towards it and you think about it and you workshop with people. Karaoke, you're winging it. I mean, you have a teleprompter, but that's not great. And no one does karaoke has a good voice, you know? But in comedy, we get to be ourselves. We get to project life things and trauma. After a lot of time, it becomes funny, you know, all those things. And so this is what this class has done with me the last couple of weeks. We've sat down and we've made lists about who they are, what they've been going through, what they do for jobs, and created material based off of who they are in their life. It's no different from us other comics. That's how we do it as well. So, for instance, this is a true story. Before COVID, I was going to quit my corporate job where I made really good money. I was going to sell all my earthly belongings, and I was going to go work with underprivileged kids at a church camp. Yeah, there's no clapping for that because I'm here now doing comedy. So you know that didn't happen. It's foreshadowing. So what ended up happening was, COVID happened, no more summer camp for kids. So I ended up just staying in Bozeman and getting really into BDSM. Yeah. It's weird how thin that line is. Between wanting to become a better person and the end of that sentence. So that's an example of material that we work on in class. That's just a true story. It really is. My life got totally changed up, and that's what I did. You guys were all fucking cooking sourdough, and I wasn't, you know? So that's great. These are examples. So one thing that we teach the class is to be authentic as well. I always believe that the truth is funnier. So when they're up there telling a joke, it's because they've lived it. They've seen it through. They've made a joke about it. So I'm super excited for this class. You guys excited to see the Stand-Up 101 class? Yes, keep it going. For your first comic of the evening. Remember, I'm also doing tech, so give me a second. There we go. Give it up for Abby.
Hi, everyone. There's a lot of people here. Oh, my name's Abby. Some fun facts about me. I thought Jim was short for Jimothy till quite recently. Truly. Another fun fact about me, I think I'm going to be unemployed soon. I have 2 jobs. One's in DEI, diversity and inclusion, and the other's in musical theater. Thank you. Trump's going after both. I do have my backup plan all lined up, though. I'm going into porn. Thank you. And another fun fact about me, I'm single. Yeah, I am. Don't know how, but I am. Here we are. I am on Hinge, though. Hinge is a dating app, and Hinge is so weird. It's a lot like thrifting. It's just all the things no one else wants. It takes a lot of time to go through all the options, and then most of it's really ugly, to the point where you're like, who even had this before? Like, that was so brave of them. So I'm single. I'm also bisexual. And yeah, thank you. Some queers in the crowd. I am bisexual, and part of my bisexuality is I feel really bad for straight women. Specifically for the nudes you receive. Because as a bi woman, some of the nudes we get are like these goddesses who had a vision board, and they send these gorgeous pictures of their beautiful tits. But for y'all straight women, you get low resolution snapshots of cheese sticks. It's so unfortunate. Like, I'm so sorry. So I am bisexual, but I've convinced myself I want a boyfriend. I think it's my brain putting a security deposit down on my rights, because I think I'm gonna lose my right to same-sex marriage pretty soon. So I've been dating men to find a boyfriend. But dating men is really scary, because men are really scary. They do a lot of raping. They do. 9 out of 10 sexual assault and rape perpetrators are male. Only 2% are convicted or imprisoned. And then the other 98% go into politics. So like these men, they do a lot of raping, but I still kind of want one. And a lot of my friends have boyfriends, and honestly, the longer that I'm going being single, the more I'm realizing I don't have to do this thing that my friends with boyfriends have to do all the time, which is spending time with men. Just, And I'm not a man hater. I'm not here to hate on men. I'm not trying to overgeneralize. I've just had really weird experiences with guys. Like, for example, speaking of Hinge, went on a Hinge date with a guy who itched his nose with his fork mid-bite at dinner. Like, major ick. Let's just say his nostril was the only hole penetrated that night. Another story, okay, I had this childhood best friend, and when we were about 21, he brought up our sexual tension while we were in a hot tub with my little sister also in the hot tub. Yeah, imagine my horror. He drops this bomb and I look over and just my little sister's eyes above the water, like trying to drown herself silently. Freaking horrific. Another story, okay, I wanted to meet a guy organically, and I did. Truly an amazing guy. But we fell into this really deep situationship, and about a month in, I said, hey, I'm going to be mature about this. We are both adults. I have real feelings for you now. And he responded, oh, I actually am seeing someone. So moral of the story, guys, don't fall in love with your roommates. So my life is really different from my friends with boyfriends. And to exemplify this, at the end of 2024, my best friend and I, she has a boyfriend, we decided to look at our 3 most recent Google searches to round out 2024 to see what kind of vibe we were going into the new year with. So she went first. She pulls out her phone. She reads her 3 most recent Google searches, and they were: where to get all natural lube, cute sex to send my boyfriend, and best couples vacation spots. Like, so cute, so happy for her. And then it was my turn. So I pull out my phone and I read my 3 most recent Google searches, finishing 2024. And they were: how to know when you're the other woman? Am I gay? And is Jim not short for Jimothy? Thank you.
She just said like the cutest fucking shit backstage in the green room before she went on stage. She was like, oh my God, after the showcase, then it's like the beginning of our careers. And I was like, you fucking go, girl. It is the beginning of your career. I'm so excited. Oh my God. Just know that I taught her all that. Yeah, just kidding. She's funny, just on her own. She didn't even need to take the class. Remember, I am also doing tech, so please bear with me. Also, I fucking hate iPads. Who invented this? This is dumb. Hold on. Oh no, we're gonna keep going. That's way. Okay, I want you guys to get super excited for your next comic. They are hilarious. They were always the inside joke, making us crack up in class person. So give it up for, wait for it, for Kelly! Woo!
Everyone always thinks my parents are divorced because they visit me separately. They're still married. My mom's actually here tonight. I don't know where my dad is. Did you guys hear that NASA said there's an asteroid that might hit us in 2032? I'm just wondering if it could come sooner. Is there a wait list we could get the Earth on? Put me out of my misery. ADHD runs in my family on my dad's side, so my grandpa has it, my dad has it. I didn't get it, I'm totally normal. But back when my grandpa was a kid, you didn't have ADHD, you were just obnoxious. And I think we should actually go back to that. There's over 500 disorders in the DSM-5 now. That's way too many. Everyone's gotta have something now. You got moms who are like, my kid has oppositional defiant disorder. It's like, no. Clinically speaking, your kid's a little piece of shit. I actually want to be a doctor, not to tell moms that their kids are pieces of shit, but that might come up. I'm really terrified though that I'm going to land a medical school interview, and I'm gonna get to the interview, and then they're gonna ask me how ships float, and I just don't know how ships float. So I've been doing all the pre-med classes, biology, chemistry, anatomy, and MSU actually has a cadaver lab for anatomy students. And on day one, they sit everyone down and they're like, respect the dead bodies. But what they don't tell you is that during the reproductive unit, they pull a vagina out of a bucket and then make you identify anatomical features on it.
Goodness.
And so I'm basically just fingering this corpse vagina. And I think the extra credit was if you found the clit. But yeah, they're like, you guys need to honor these contributions these families made. And I'm like, I'm not the one who chopped up their loved ones, put them in buckets, and then passed them out to college freshmen. So when I die, if I die, I want to be reincarnated as Puxatawny Phil. That hog only has to work once a year. And if I only had to work once a year, I'd probably be a lot happier. But back in 2013, Phil kind of had an off day, bad prediction. And a prosecutor actually suggested the death penalty. And by that logic, all the weathermen in Montana would be dead. I'm actually pro-global warming as of 3 weeks ago. I think we should actually increase our fossil fuel consumption. I would like a bigger shoe size for my carbon footprint. I think I'm a good person, except when someone asks me to sign a petition. And then all my morals go out the window. Like there was this one where this girl was like, will you sign this petition to protect the streamlined bus? And I had to tell her I don't believe in public transportation. Or another one, this guy was like, oh, we need to ban single-use plastic, sign this petition. And I was like, I actually, when I go to the grocery store, have the bagger bag my groceries individually. And the last one, the most recent one, this was right before the election. You were signing to protect the right to choose abortion in Montana. And I was like, no, we need to flip a coin. Just leave it up to random chance. So like heads, you abort, tails, you keep the baby. Or better yet, we get Punxsutawney Phil and just like shake it like a magic 8-ball and it lets you know if you get 6 more months of pregnancy. Thank you very much.
I think that should be our new like motto or just phrase for 2025. Just vagina in bucket. Just yeah. You know what? This year's just vagina in bucket. You know what I mean? Like you don't need to know what it means. You know what it means. Absolutely. All right. So that was Kelly. Amazing. We have 2 more comics coming up to the stage. I'm very excited. Your next comic has had a crazy year. She told us all about it. She's so funny. She's been going to open mic. She's gonna keep coming. I'm so excited. You guys make it nice and loud for Molly!
Hi! I'm not gonna lie, this has been a tough year for me. I got divorced recently. Thank you. Oh my God. No, but it's been hard. So I did the only thing I could think of to better myself, which is I bought a Peloton. Completing my white girl trifecta. A Peloton, Dyson Airwrap, and an ex-husband. Yeah. No, but I found out the Peloton is actually way better than having a husband. You know, a couple things. So first, you get online support. People are high-fiving you when you're in there. It makes you feel good about yourself. And the rides last longer than 30 seconds. Yeah. No, but dating has been very new for me. I dated my ex-husband exclusively, so this has all been a first. So I just hopped on to Tinder. Who loves Tinder here? Raise your hand if you love Tinder. Me too. Yeah. No, Tinder's like bingo. You know, it's kind of a gamble. A lot of old people. So many balls. Yeah. So I went on my first Tinder date recently. I just want to paint the picture for you of who I am before I go on this date. So to start, I am very, very, very divorced. I'm very, very divorced. I'm very divorced. I'm very, very, very horny. Sorry, Dad. Yeah. Another thing, I don't have a good track record for seeing red flags. The only one I've noticed is when my ex-husband told me he cheated on me because I blew my nose in front of him. It's good content, baby. It's okay. It's all right. No, but that one took me about 6 months, so I'm not good at that. Yeah. So I'm messaging this beautiful man on Tinder. He's gorgeous. We're having great conversation back and forth, and he eventually asks me to go on a walk with him. And I say, yes, that's so romantic, like, of course. And he says, let's go to Pete's Hill at 7 p.m. This is the winter. It's dark. So I'm a little bit logical at this point, and I say, you know, maybe not. So I message him and I just say, I can't see well in the dark. Yeah. So we changed that plan. We walk downtown, down Main Street, have some lights. It's going well. We're having great banter. He's very deadpan, very funny though. And at one point, we're bantering back and forth, and I look at him and I say, there's just not enough diverse food in Bozeman. And he looks at me and he says, have you ever heard of Chipotle? He is such a foodie. So the conversation's flowing. We walk. We eventually sit at a park bench. We sit. It's cold. We kind of shimmy up next to each other, and he kisses me. Oh my God, this is so great. And then he looks at me and he says, you want to go warm up at my place? No, I can't. I can't on a first date. So I said, no, not tonight. Maybe another night. He says, okay. So we start walking back to our cars, and the conversation's still flowing, but I'm having a little bit of a Shakespearean dilemma. To bang or not to bang? That is the question. I'm divorced. Come on, it's been a while. So we're walking back, and he looks at me and he says, have you ever been arrested? And I say, no. Have you? And he says, yes, I killed someone once. He is so honest. So we keep walking, and we're very close to our cars, and we see a really creepy van. And he says, is that your car? I said, oh, you got me. That's my car. Right. And he goes, that looks like the van I killed someone with. He's such a Leo. Oh, so we eventually get back to our cars. And I look at him and I say, you can come over tonight if you pinky promise not to kill me tonight. And he looks at me and he says, I pinky promise not to kill you tonight. So we go to my place, I put my knives in the oven. Who thinks I banged? Who thinks I banged? Put your hands up. Dad, put your hands up. Put your hand up, Dad. Bingo, baby!
Love that. I think that's so funny, because I think for a lot of women in here, it's super relatable, right? Because it doesn't matter if this guy was honest about killing someone. When you go on a Tinder date with a man, you're like, he might kill me. He might kill me. Yeah. You guys, we have one more comic for you. You ready? Yeah. You ready? Yes, I'm so excited. Out of the sea of beautiful, funny women, he was brave enough to stay in class and try his hardest. You guys, we're really excited that he stuck it out with all the girls. He's very funny. He's very tall. So give it up for Michael!
All right. Thank you. Hi, I'm Michael Anderson. I'm an intuitive, spiritual energy healer. Let's all take a breath right now. Don't be shy. Breathe in. Breathe out. Feel your heart chakra. People ask me all the time, what qualifies me to do this most important job? And seriously, thousands upon thousands of hours getting schooled in bankruptcy, divorce, failing family business, just to name a few. I've stepped in so many steaming hot piles of dog shit that it makes me an authority of what not to do. It's really hard being on your spiritual path. You know, following your intuition, you can't always get what you want. But I must admit that following my intuition and being on the spiritual path has left me with this feeling of being just intensely full. And all the time I have to really, really stretch myself to take it all in. And it can be just excruciatingly pleasurable at times, I must admit. Come to think of it, I just realized that being on my spiritual journey feels a lot like having my asshole fisted by a giant cosmic horsecock. At the end of a DeWalt reciprocating saw at 11. It's like, what's up, universe? Could you at least use some boy butter lube? And while you're there, could you at least give me a gentle reach around and maybe tickle my taint? I think a lot about Jesus. Do you guys think about Jesus? Am I the only one? Lately, I've been thinking about that dude a lot. Nailed to a cross, that cool crown. Left to die in agony. The whole while, his Heavenly Father stood by and did absolutely nothing. Man, that had to be rough. I mean, you know that dude must have some serious daddy issues. I've been imagining Jesus returning back to earth now as a dude on a spiritual journey. Born into a family where his father left him when he was 5. In high school, getting his teenage girlfriend pregnant. Then fast forward 13 years, he's coming home early from his construction job after just accidentally nailing his hand with the nail gun, only to find his baby mama with his only friend fornicating. Angry Jesus. I mean, come on. That dude's gonna need some serious therapy. I mean, can you imagine the size of that therapy bill? Let us pray that he has better health insurance than I do. I could see him on hold waiting to find out about his therapy coverage. Hello, this is Karen from United Healthcare. Thank you for holding for 3 hours and 33 minutes. Due to a pre-existing condition of being crucified, you have no therapy coverage. And the injury to your hand, that claim has been denied. Thank you and goodbye. Thank you for being a valued United Healthcare customer. If you would like to stay on the line and take a brief survey, press or say 666. Being on your spiritual journey, you don't always get what you want. But if you try sometimes, maybe you find you get what you need. I'm Michael Anderson, and you're welcome.
Friends for this amazing journey that they're on, the beginning of their careers. Incredible, yes. And maybe if you guys want to see some more comics on the journey of their careers, we also have open mic at 8 p.m. It's super fun. You're already here. You know, you already have the best seats. Just get more drinks, hang out, we'll play music, huh? Yeah? No? No? Okay, yeah, maybe I'll see you guys. All right, thank you so much. Have a great night.